What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn, and I'm back. And today, we talking NFL football, specifically the Seattle Seahawks. My Seattle Seahawks. Never without Seahawks something close to me. You got to keep it because it's Seahawks over everything out here. I meant to go get my some more paraphernalia, but we just gonna roll with it. So what we about to do with this review is we got a final game of the season against the 49ers, on the road against the 49ers. And what I'm going to do in this special review to make it special, I'm not going to be able to see, you ain't going to be able to see the video, but you'll be able to hear it, and basically, because we're going to talk about it. Sound effects, NFL just put up the sound effects of Pete Carroll versus the Arizona game. I was at that game. Mind you, there's a video you can go check on the channel. I was at that game, and that was a very frustrating game. But, so I haven't seen this yet, though. I haven't seen the sound effects, so it's going to be interesting to see that. And, yeah, so we're going to watch this sound effects, and then we're going to talk about Seahawks versus 49ers. This is about it's about 4 minutes long, and then we'll talk about another 4 minutes after that. So, all right, here we go. Let's get into this.
I don't think it was about New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve.
Pete talking about, let's be 1-0 on Christmas Eve. And that's what pissed me off. If we had to go 8-0 at home, come on, man. But if we can win against the 49ers and still get a 10-win season, I'll be happy because David Johnson was a problem, man. He's a good running back. He's a good running back. He was a problem in that game. 28-18 in the fourth quarter, 6:47 left. This one dude sitting in front of me left. I was like, man, don't you guys remember the NFC Championship? Don't never leave a Seahawks game early. We ain't never out of it. That ain't over. Look at Pete getting them hyped. It ain't over. Oh, yeah. That's the thing about it. I'm saying this team plays hard, man. This team. Pete be so turned. He said we did it twice. We did it twice. That defense, no. When that defense needs to step up, they can step up. 31-25, 2 minutes left. We need 6. Yeah, this was great. This was awesome. This was the best part of the whole game, being at the game live. I'm talking about. Doug had such a monster game. He had a monster game. P. Rich, that's who I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need Paul Richardson to really step up, man. I'm gonna need Paul Richardson to really step up now that Lockett's hurt. Look, take your bow, young man. Take your bow, young man. Yeah, he was turned. Oh. Yeah, there's an awesome video of me reacting to that missed kick that I put up on the page too on my trip to Seattle for the Seahawks game, man. I don't believe we lost this game, so yeah, now they're showing the loss, and yeah. I mean, that was a big catch, but they were still out of field. They're not quite there yet. That's what I'm saying. It was Fitz. It's big Fitz, man. That catch that Fitz made, man. But heartbreaking. I hate it. I'm right over to the left there. Arizona wins. Dak nabbit. Unbelievable. And Pete said, unbelievable walking off the field. Unbelievable. That was absolutely unbelievable. You're right. Okay, that was cool. That was a cool video. I love how that's what I'm saying. When we made that comeback, it was just turned up. We was just for sure. Yeah, that's what the Seahawks do. We make them come back and we win. But then when they lost, that was a huge swing of emotion just that quickly. That was huge. But it was still, overall, it was a great experience. Okay, enough of that. Enough of the fandom. Let's get down to business. We got the 49ers, who are a horrible football team. I'm going to just keep this short and sweet. There's no reason we shouldn't win this game. I don't care. I don't care what the stats. I don't care. There's no reason we shouldn't win this game. Period. Point blank. It's just ridiculous if we don't win this game. If we don't win this game, we don't even deserve to make the playoffs. That's how I feel. I know that's we're in the playoffs regardless, but still, because we're not playing good enough right now. Even playing the type of football we played against the Cardinals. That second half, they played some great. Russell played some great football in the second half. They were horrible in the first half. That was some of the worst. It was disgusting. And being there in person, I was appalled. I was appalled that money got spent to go see that type of performance in the first half. But then the second half, they stepped it up. So, but even saying that, that's still not playing good enough to win in the playoffs, especially not to get back to the Super Bowl, which is what it is for this team. It's Super Bowl or bust for this team. We don't win a Super Bowl season, it's a lost season. We're not just happy with making the playoffs no more. We've done that. So there's no reason we shouldn't beat the 49ers. Simple as that. Plain and simple. What am I picking this score to be? Cap has played okay. I'm not going to completely shit on Kaepernick. He's played some decent football. But, man, it shouldn't be that close. Even with all the injuries on defense, I didn't talk about this. The Tyler Lockett injury is so big. It's such a big injury. He was just starting to come into his own as a threat, as somebody you actually had to scheme the defense around a little bit because he's so quick and he's ability to get downfield and he's dangerous on punt returns. He's got good hands. Tyler was turning into a legitimate star, and this is a huge setback, man. When his leg got broke, we was right in front of the end zone. It was heartbreaking, man. Because first we thought he caught it, we thought it was a touchdown, and then immediately we saw, he's not getting up. I mean, he wasn't just not getting up. He wasn't even moving. I mean, he knew it, and then I saw that. Then later, when I got back to the house, I saw the replay, and it was disgusting. It was horrifying. So big shouts out to Tyler Lockett. Get better, bro. We need you to come back, get better. Isn't that crazy? Two players. One of your best player on defense, in my opinion, Earl Thomas, my favorite player, and then one of your best players on offense, both broken legs, done for the season. It's just crazy. That's how football is, man. Injuries can so dictate your season, and it's done that all season for the Seahawks. They have had some serious injuries all season. But having said that, the guys on the offensive side of the ball that I think are going to have to be the catalyst, and I don't know what Thomas Rawls' status is at this point. I'm going to look it up, but I'm not sure what his status is, if he's going to play or not. I'm going to think he's not because he didn't, but I don't know. That run game is a shambles. It's just the run game is a shambles. The offensive line is a shambles. And me and my partner always have this discussion between that triangle that is the play calling, Russell's performance, and the offensive line. And specifically in Russell's performance is him holding on to the ball too long. That offensive line gives him no protection. I'm sure he has I'm not speaking for him, but I would say I don't think he has much confidence in that offensive line's ability to protect him. He took 7 sacks against the Cardinals. 7 sacks. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. Even as mobile as Russell is, it's just when that offensive line doesn't hold up, guys don't have a chance to run their routes correctly. Russell doesn't get to scramble like he does. And when that happens, that limits the play calling. That messes up the type of plays. When the run game's not going and you can't protect your quarterback, it makes your play calling very difficult. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that triangle dichotomy that comes together between Russell, the play calling, and the offensive line. If one goes bad, all 3 of them are affected. So all those people that are so bad on Darrell Bevell, and he's rightful to take some criticism. When that offensive line doesn't hold up, and when Russell's not able to throw the ball, it affects the play calling. And when you can't run the ball, that affects the play calling. and all of that. It's all bad on the offensive side of the ball. Now, having said all that, you've seen this team can put up points in a hurry. They put up 31, and most of that was in the second half. This team is offensively stacked. Offensively, this team is stacked. If they could actually get Thomas Rawls some running lanes, he can run the ball effectively. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it this season. But that's another problem. Is Thomas Rawls going to become injury prone now? I mean, when we're so used to beast mode, who never got hurt. You see, up until the end of his season, he was very durable, especially considering how physical of a runner he was. He was durable. Thomas Rawls is a pretty physical runner too. Is he going to be able to hold up like beast mode did? I don't know, but we'll see. We miss CJ Prosise, man. We really miss CJ Prosise. I'm still not sold on Alex Collins yet. I think he's had some moments, a couple moments, but I'm not at all sold on Alex Collins yet. I miss Prosise. We need Prosise back. But in order for us on the offensive side of the ball to have any chance of winning, 3 guys are going to have to stand out and carry this team. Those guys, obviously, 1 is Russell Wilson, 2 is Doug Baldwin, and 3 is Jimmy Graham. Those 3 guys are going to have to be the catalyst on that offensive side of the ball. We've seen with Doug, what do you have? 13 catches, 170 yards receiving. Boy's a monster. And you give Jimmy Graham, I mean, a lot of people say he's not getting the ball enough. I agree he's not getting the ball enough, but there's circumstances. I'm not going to really speak on that because I don't know enough to say. It doesn't look like, I mean, there seems like there's chances where he's open and they're just not getting him the ball, but I don't know. I'm not speaking on like that. I mean, I'd like to see Jimmy get some more touches, and I think he's a catalyst because he's a playmaker. You put that ball in his hands, he makes plays. Him and Doug, those are the 3 guys that are going to be. Russell, Doug, and Jimmy are going to be the guys on the offensive side of the ball. Now, who we're going to need to step up is you heard me talk about it earlier when I was watching the sound effects. Paul Richardson is going to have to step up. He's got speed that's comparable to Tyler Lockett. He's not as fast as Lockett, but he's got speed to get those go routes and get down the field and stretch that defense. And we're going to need him to do that. So, P. Richardson, I've liked you. He's shown flares of being that guy, but he got to step up. On the defensive side of the ball, man, Earl Thomas not being there is just and Steven Terrell has been okay. He's been okay, but when you're used to excellence in that backfield, which is what Earl Thomas brought, and it's gone, you see it, and it's a giant hole. Not having Earl back there is a gaping hole. But Cam came back in. He was hurt. He came back and toughed it out. Sherman, I mean, he's like I said, you see what happens when you don't have that safety net back there called Earl Thomas. So this defense is going to have to pull it together, especially in that secondary. Front 7, they're doing what they do. Bennett, Cliff Averill, Bobby Wagner's having a monster season. How come this dude is not in talks for Defensive Player of the Year? He's having a monster season. So I'm not too worried about the linebacking core in the front and the front 4. They'll do their thing. A little worried about that secondary. It's tough. It's crazy to hear you say that about the Legion, right? But Earl Thomas, man, he's there's a reason why he was #1 pick. There's a reason why he was a first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Seahawks will get the win this. Just in case you didn't understand that, that's who I'm picking. I'm picking the Seahawks to get the win this week. All right, let me throw a score out there. I don't know. I'm gonna say 27-13. Seahawks get 27. Niners get 13. So, all right, it's your boy, Mr. Vaughn. Keep it locked. Make sure to share, subscribe, and like. Holla back. Thanks for tuning in. You know how we do. I'll be back with some more talk. Sports talk. Go Hawks. Yes, sir.